Constructive trusts are a legal fiction used by the courts, which order the owner of property to convey that property to the victims of that owner's fraud. Generally speaking, the goal of constructive trusts is to prevent unjust enrichment of somebody who receives title to property without being legally entitled to that property. The federal bankruptcy court in Kansas considered constructive trusts in bankruptcy in the 1999 case in Ray Leitner. In the mid-'80s, Leo Wetherill hired Gary Leitner to do legal and accounting work for his company. Over the course of 6 years, Leitner embezzled nearly $1 million from the company and used some of the money to buy a new house. When Wetherill finally realized the fraud, he sued Leitner in Kansas State Court, seeking a constructive trust on the house. Leitner eventually admitted the fraud, and Wetherill successfully obtained a prejudgment attachment against the house. Leitner then filed for bankruptcy, which automatically stayed or paused the state court action. This happened before Wetherill could obtain a final judgment declaring a constructive trust on the house for his benefit. After the automatic stay was lifted, the bankruptcy trustee filed an adversary action in federal bankruptcy court. The bankruptcy trustee moved for summary judgment that there was no constructive trust on the house and that the house was part of the bankruptcy estate. While the motion was still pending in the bankruptcy court, the state trial court entered a final judgment declaring a constructive trust on the house for Wetherill's benefit.